for more on that, let's bring in Daniel Patrick Welch, political commentator, joining us from Boston. Mr. Welch, welcome to the program. Let me start with this. When you see scenes of armed U.S. troops patrolling the streets of Los Angeles, detaining protesters near ICE facilities, and effectively overriding a state authority, what's your first reaction to this moment, and what does it say about the United States, where the United States is actually heading under Donald Trump's leadership?
Yeah, I think the natural reaction for Americans is a gasp. It is absolutely crazy, and unfortunately, it's familiar to a lot of people who have been in resisting this growth of fascism for many years. Not to do with Donald Trump particularly. The ruling class has severe repression on crowds that come out against the genocide in Gaza, crowds that gather to protest the racialized police profiling in the United States, everywhere except for the violent gangs terrorizing Taiwan or Hong Kong, in Ukraine, anywhere where the U.S. is actually paying them to do so. And so it's a very ominous pattern, and I think that Americans have to wake up and react to the fact that they are in the crosshairs. Normal, what they consider themselves to be normal, regular Americans, are going to be targeted exactly the same as the rest of the world is being targeted by the same weapons, by the U.S.
Absolutely. Mr. Welch, Donald Trump claims that this is about law and order. Your response?
Yeah, his law and his order. It's a personal view, like a child, like a petulant toddler, and it is absolutely shocking. You know, a lot of us were wary of attacking Trump just based on his personality, that was too weak and too ineffective and a non-ideological. But this merges it all together. This is the Iron Man suit that he wears to fly around the world and beat up people he doesn't like. That's an ugly, sick, thug-like personality, and it is the face of real American power under this administration. And it's being tolerated and funded by the ruling class because they think it's time to take off the gloves, and they're going to lose their money and their privilege if they don't make a sharp move in this direction, which is a violent suppression of dissent. It's beyond belief. It's beyond law completely. This is what you hear in your mind. The other reminder is when you said it first. What is your first thought? Your first thought is the lines from the song in 1970, Tin Soldiers and Nixon Coming. Right? We're finally on our own. Last summer, I heard the drumming, 4 dead in Ohio. These were kids who were protesting the Vietnam War, who were shot by reckless, installment of National Guard in Ohio. Bad idea, unbelievably bad consequences, but it is necessary for people to stand up to their being taken from the stands of their kids' 5th grade graduation. The thing is beyond disgusting. And people who somehow went along with his whole thing about how this is about law and order and this is about catching criminals, right? Forget the photoshopped thing of the guy with the tattoos on his knuckles. This is nothing. That's not what they meant. They meant this racist crap. This is what they meant. They lied about it being about drug dealers and rapists and murderers. This is what it is. Regular people being hounded and attacked by racist thugs representing the U.S. That's what's going on. And they have to wake up and realize that no way can we allow this to become acceptable or normal in this administration or in any other.
All right, Mr. Welch, the United Nations has also warned against further militarization, but do you think the international community has the courage or even the will to hold the U.S. accountable like it does with others?
No, of course not. Just like they set up the ICC to hound African presidents. And once they start making some sense and actually taking action, say against Netanyahu, then the whole world is ill at ease. Uh, uh, Trump himself says he's going to, put sanctions against them. It has never been a two-way street in this regard, and I think it's important that the UN has come out and said something, but they will do nothing. What are they going to do? Have a humanitarian corridor? Think of how racist and imperialist it all sounds when you flip the script. Right? Are we going to set up a no-fly zone? Are we going to set up a humanitarian corridor, responsibility to protect, and have blue-helmeted UN troops come in and save the people of LA? That's what they should be talking about, and that's what the Democrats and the true active opposition should be recommending. But they won't, and they don't, and people have to learn that we are on our own, and we have to stand up for ourselves. Again, not to see parents dragged from the stands of their kids' fifth grade graduation. Again, it's sick. It's sick, and it has to disgust people. If you're watching this and you're an American and you voted for Trump, or you think it's a good idea to do this, look in the mirror. This is repulsive. It is disgusting.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time. That was Daniel Patrick Welch, political commentator, joining us from Boston.